Hey, nah. Oh, is this what we doing? Oh, we got moves on moves here. Boomy, that's the guy. Ah. Oh, that got me a little bit. Alright, moving on with more Avatar now, episode 6. The last few episodes have introduced a few new characters like Suki and Boomy and are potentially setting things up for the future, which is something that I really love. For example, like Sokka and Suki having a little connection, and the fact that Sokka, being someone who is not a bender, being trained a little bit as a warrior and connecting with that group of people, I think is quite significant, and I think we'll see that come back into the show later. And Boomy talking to Aang about, you know, you are the Avatar, you are here to bring balance back to the world, you are here to defeat Fire Lord Ozai, and Boomy saying, you know, when you're faced with all that, I hope you think like a mad genius. So I think that's another thing that's going to come up in the future. And it did get me thinking, okay, we had maybe a character set up with Sokka. Now we've had one with Aang last episode. Maybe it will get something about Katara as well before we actually get to the North Pole. May or may not happen. It's just something that popped into my head as I was thinking about what I was going to talk about in this intro. But so far, every episode has a meaning. There's always something about it. I thought last episode was kind of filler until it got to the end, and then it started to make a lot of sense. And I think maybe someone commented on one of the earlier videos that maybe there's only one episode that people are a little bit up in the air about. And if that means there's only like one filler episode or one bad episode, this is going to be a fantastic show. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood was 64 episodes and there was not a single bad episode in there for me. And I imagine, given Avatar's reputation, it's going to be much the same with this show as well. Real quick before the episode here, if you guys are interested in early access to these Avatar videos, I am several episodes ahead over on Patreon. It's currently the best way to support the channel, and I would love to be doing more on Patreon as well, such as full uncut reactions and maybe even some Patreon specific series recommended by you guys. So if that's something you're interested in, there'll be a link in the description down below. Imprisoned. Okay, here we go. Oh, this is nice. I like this vibe. Momo.
What was that?
Okay, this is just coincidental. Yeah.
Shouldn't we run away from huge booms, not toward them?
He's actually got a point here. Oh, it's earthbending. Sick.
Let's go meet him.
He looks dangerous, so we better approach cautiously.
Classic cautious Sokka. Oh, he's shy. Damn, that was kind of majestic.
Nice to meet you. Just wanted to say hi.
Oh, this is a nice vibe. This town, foot of a mountain.
Great hat. I'll trade you some nuts for it.
I like that.
Where have you been, Haru? You're late.
Haru.
Get started on your chores.
Hey, you're that kid.
Is this the Katara character?
We saw you earthbending.
Oh, he's not supposed to bend or something? Interesting.
You know what would happen if they caught you.
Yeah, why?
Open up.
Fire!
Well, uh-oh. Okay, maybe that's why. There's Fire Nation here. Send help. It's too good.
What do you want? I've already paid you this week.
Oh, I see what they're doing. Yep.
We wouldn't want an accident, would we?
Okay, so is this what the Fire Nation is doing?
Hard to control.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was like this. I wonder in how many places they're doing this.
How long has the Fire Nation been here?
5 years.
5
Fire
years.
Lord Ozai uses our town's coal mines to fuel his ships.
Okay, I see. I see.
They steal from us, and everyone here is too much of a coward to do anything about
I
it.
think if they find out there are earthbenders here, they'll probably do something to him.
But Haru's an earthbender. He can help.
Yeah, it's
Earthbending
not
is
like that.
forbidden.
Yeah.
He must never use his abilities.
How can you say that? Haru has a gift. Asking him not to earthbend is like asking me not to waterbend.
It's a great perspective from Katara. And Aang said something similar to her as well. But there is a big situation going on here, obviously.
They could take Haru away,
Hmm.
like they took his father.
You should leave in the morning.
Thanks. I'll make sure Appa doesn't eat all your hay.
I'm sure they will do something about about this situation before they leave.
I didn't know about your father.
Yeah, this might be a Katara connection.
It's funny, the way you were talking.
It
back
makes
in the
sense.
store, it reminded me of him.
Thanks.
Aw,
He and the other Earthbenders were outnumbered 10 to 1.
dang.
They fought back anyway.
Nah, I respect
Sounds
that.
like a great man.
Problem is, the only way I can feel close to my father now is when I
Yeah.
practice my bending.
But it's forbidden, that's tough.
See this necklace?
I was
My mother
wondering,
gave it to
yeah,
me.
if their mother would come into
I
it.
lost my mother in a Fire Nation raid. This necklace is all I have left of her.
See, they have some common ground.
The mine!
He's gonna have to bend. Damn, that would be tragic. Bend, my guy, bend!
Haru, there's a way you can help him.
I can't.
You have to, my guy.
It's the only way.
So cool.
We're leaving at dawn.
Dawn, can't we sleep in for once?
Absolutely not.
It's classic soccer, but Katara has the reason to stay now as well. Did they know? Yeah, they're onto him. Okay. Well, forced conflict, that's one way to deal with the Fire Nation here. Oh, nice bait.
That's the Earth.
What? This guy is a... I'm so mad. The homie he saved your life, and you just do that. See, I thought the Fire Nation were rocking up here, and I got baited by that. That's so cool. She could use the lever, but why would you when you can practice waterbending? Is that his mother? Oh, Katara's not gonna feel great about this. Oh no.
They took him.
That made my stomach turn a little bit.
The old man turned him into the Fire Nation. It's all my fault. I forced him.
Yeah, oh no. Now we really have a reason.
The Fire Nation is going to take me right to Haru.
Oh, that's tough.
Because they're going to arrest me for earthbending.
Oh, she is a real one for this. Crazy, but real.
All Aang has to do is send an air current from that vent to this one right here. The boulder levitates and ta-da!
She didn't think twice about this.
Aang, did you get all that?
Sure, I got it.
Oh, he's gonna ruin it.
Yeah, just relax.
Aang.
Get all the fun out of this.
That's cool. I'm sorry, Aang.
Get out of my way!
No, I can't with the fake acting.
How dare you call me Pipsqueak, you giant-eared cretin?
I can't.
I'll show you who's boss. Earthbending style.
Okay, that's the cue for sure. Aang's playing with his damn butterfly back there.
Earthbending style.
I love Momo so much.
No, you idiot! It's the girl.
Oh,
Why did that feel like a fourth wall break? God, Momo caught me so off guard there. That made me so happy. How handy is Appa? Do we know why Appa can fly? Is this... Okay, how important of a place is this? It looks pretty gnarly.
I am your warden.
Okay.
I prefer to think of you not as prisoners.
Oh, this is like a prison? Okay.
Honored guests.
But this might take Haru to his father, though. I didn't think about that.
If you simply abide
Oh no, he's in trouble.
1 week in solitary will improve his
Weak and solitary for coughing. These guys are demons.
We'll get along famously.
Don't look at Katara like that when you do that.
You are miles away from any rock or earth.
Okay, very smart of them. But Katara is a waterbender. Oh, I'm excited about that. So what, they keep all the earthbenders here and they just do all this metal work for them?
Katara?
This dinkum slavery. Look at this, here we go. Ah,
I came to rescue you.
So, you got yourself arrested?
she met this guy one time and she had to do this.
Come on. There's someone I want you
It's
to
his
meet.
dad for sure, come on.
Katara?
It's
This is my
time.
father, Tyro. This is Katara.
It's an honor to meet you. If you don't mind me asking, what's your escape plan?
excuse me.
I think they're resigned to it.
What is it? Mutiny? Sabotage?
The plan is to survive. Wait out this war.
That's tragic though.
You sound like you've already given up.
Katara, I admire your courage.
I like this voice actor. Fits the character really well.
I'm
But this
sorry.
guy's doing the right thing by all the earthbenders here.
We'll see about that.
Oh my god, she's rallying the troops.
You don't know me, but I know of you.
But there's guards like right there.
My water tribe village was rocked to sleep with stories of the brave Earth Kingdom.
Ooh, this might be kind of good actually.
Some of you may think that the
Yeah, they're
Fire
listening.
Nation has made you powerless, but they can't take away your courage. And it is your courage they should truly fear.
How old is Katara? 14?
Parts that will remain unbroken when all rock and stone has eroded
Ooh,
away.
a little bit of chills.
Time to fight back is now. Let us fight for our freedom.
Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Yeah. Oh, that's really awkward though. I feel like he knew that was going to happen, the warden. But hopefully when Aang and Appa and that rock up or maybe try to do something, the earthbenders will get involved.
Your 12 hours are up. Where's Haru? We've gotta get out of here.
Nah, we gotta save everyone now.
I'm not leaving.
We can bust everyone out of here. With Aang, I'm
not
sure of it.
giving up on these people.
God, Katara's so real for this. Big emphasis on Katara this episode. I like it.
Look!
Did they see Appa? I was gonna say there's no way they didn't see him, yeah.
What?
I'm not sure what the difference is, but that's not really the point, is it, sir?
I'll decide what the point is, fool.
He just threw his homie off the rig like that.
What?
That was the captain you just...
Then wake up someone I haven't thrown overboard and search the rig. There's
Hey, fair enough.
something on here.
I tried talking the Earthbenders into fighting back, but it didn't work.
But she also told everyone that she's from a water tribe,
Some kind of
which is kind of weird.
something they can bend.
But this entire place is made of metal.
No, it's not. Look at the smoke.
The coal?
They're burning coal. In other words, Earth.
Oh, as if no one's thought of this in all this time, but that's pretty dope.
These vents reminded me of our little trick back at the village. We're gonna do the same thing
Oh,
on a much bigger scale.
That's clean.
When he does his airbending, the coal only has one place to go.
Nice, nice. I like it, I like it.
The intruder!
Stay back!
Oh shit, all of a sudden we're surrounded.
You can't win this fight.
Show them that you can, Katara. Show them that you can.
You're one mistake away from dying where you stand.
Face with death. Here we go. Bend, bend, bend! It's him and Aang.
Here's your chance, Earthbenders. Take it. Your fate is in your own hands.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
They're a waste of your energy, little girl. You failed.
Nah, 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 nah. Let's go. Oh, look at him. Let's go. Get involved. Here we go. I'm here for it. I'm hyped.
Show no mercy.
Oh yeah, group earthbending.
For the Earth Kingdom.
Let's go. For the Earth Kingdom. Talk to him. Okay, now the firebenders are outnumbered, I reckon. Okay, Sokka, get yours. Momo's taking all their weapons. Father, son, earthbending. That's clean. Oh, condense it. Okay, the warden can kind of move a little bit. Blow him away, big boy.
Guys, throw me some coal.
Oh, that's clean. It's like a gun. Oh, Sokka with the massive one. Oh, yeah.
No, please. I can't swim.
That's not my problem.
Worry. I hear cowards float.
Damn, that's tough. Good. Good.
Thank you for saving me. For saving us.
All it took was a little coal.
It wasn't the coal, Katara. It was you.
Yeah, yep, nice. Aw.
My family and everyone here owes you much.
Making homies, making friends with the Earth Nation.
Yes, to take back my village. To take back all of our villages.
Yeah, let's go. That's hype. See, we're making an impact now.
That's him, isn't it? The Avatar. I only wish there was some way.
I know. My mother's necklace. It's gone.
Oh, it's Zuko. That caught me well off guard. Okay. Oh, dude, I love that at the end there, man. Alright, this will probably be another shorter discussion as well, but another good episode, and I might have gotten kind of what I wanted. So we had potentially Sokka and Suki, and then Aang and Bumi, and now potentially Katara and Haru. Maybe not all of these characters paired up in the same way, but I definitely feel like we've had all three of our main characters make a connection with one of these newer characters, and it's all gonna come back later in the show. It's all gonna come up. So I really hope that's what they're doing. They're setting up all these connections and interactions to happen later on, and it would be so cool if it's like some big epic thing towards the end of the show. I'd be really here for that. It just made a lot of sense that that's what they were doing after kind of thinking about the last two episodes before this one. So for this episode to be more centered around Katara and her interaction with someone made a lot of sense to me. So more earthbending. So that's 2 earthbending episodes in a row, really making sure earthbending is getting some love early in the show. And I'm kind of glad I learned a little bit more about what the Fire Nation are doing to some of these places, like this Earth Village, for example, because if the war's been going on for such a long time, what exactly is happening that's preventing preventing the Fire Nation from winning the war? What exactly is the state of the world, you know, while this war is going on? And I'm assuming there are a lot of other places like this Earth Village that the Fire Nation are holding and taking advantage of to try and gain an upper hand in the war. But it's also showing just how much power the Fire Nation has, at least over the Earth Kingdom right now. I know they mentioned a few episodes ago something about maybe there's a bit of a struggle between the Fire and the Earth Nations right now. I think even they said Katara and Sokka's father went off to aid the Earth Nation or something like that in the war. But it's good stuff, and I'm kind of glad they dropped a lot of that information in here this episode. So I imagine that Haru is the only Earthbender left in this village, right? The rest have been taken, like when Haru explained to Katara what happened. You know, the Fire Nation rocked up, Haru's father Tyro and all the other Earthbenders that were there tried to hold off the Fire Nation and they couldn't. Then the Fire Nation took them, essentially keeping a lot of the Earthbenders away from the war, right, to aid the Fire Nation. And Katara is an incredibly impactful character, not just on Aang, but you can see on almost the entirety of the Earth people here as well. So Haru obviously is pretty much forbidden by his mother to be bending because Tyro was taken from them, and you can only sympathize with the mother here that if Haru is taken as well, I mean, well, we saw how she felt about that. So you can understand that, but also from Katara's perspective here, saying that, you know, Haru's earthbending is a gift. It's just like her water bending. And Aang kind of said something similar to Katara in the early episodes as well, saying that, you know, a bender should master their bending. They should be allowed to bend. And that's similar to what Katara says here. It would just be like asking Katara not to use her water bending. And you can see in the interaction between Haru, Katara, and Haru's mother, Haru says everyone here is too much of a coward to do anything about what the Fire Nation are doing. And the wording there is pretty interesting, considering that Tyro says to the warden at the end of the episode, look, I hear cowards float. So essentially calling him a coward. So I don't know if there is a connection in the wording there, but I did find that interesting. I like that. And then Katara and Haru get to some one-on-one talking, and they kind of bond over the fact that they've both lost a parent, Katara's mother to the Fire Nation and Haru's father as well. Even though Haru's father is still alive, they kind of get on some common ground, you know, over the fact that they're both missing loved ones. And Haru says the only way he feels a connection to his father is through practicing earthbending. And Katara can kind of resonate with that herself, talking about her necklace, saying it's all she has left of her mother, and the necklace does come into play at the end of the episode as well. But immediately these two form a bond, and that kind of became like the theme of this episode, like these two kind of pairing up. And we're seeing how quickly some of these characters, you know, can forge a bond like this, like Sokka and Suki. Not necessarily Aang and Bumi because they were homies, you know, 100 years ago, but now Katara and Haru as well. And then they find this old man who's stuck under the earth, and then Katara, you know, kind of gets Haru to use his earthbending, which I imagine he really would have done anyway, instead of just letting this guy die. And what he should have done is let this guy die, because he was just a snitch. Haru saved his life, and he went straight to the Fire Nation, like so scared, and just said, look, this is the earthbender. Absolute snitch. I couldn't believe it. So the Fire Nation take Haru, and Katara doesn't even think twice about it. Like, she sees Haru's mother crying, and she instantly knows, and she feels so guilty because she feels like she talked Haru into using the earthbending, which is pretty tragic. You can sympathize with how Katara feels there, but it was the right thing to do in this situation, even though the guy snitched. And she knows exactly what she's going to do. She's already got the plan. We're going to make it look like I'm using earthbending. They're going to take me. I'm going to find him. And you knew they weren't going to leave the town straight away, especially when they had this whole thing set up with the Fire Nation, like, you know, taking advantage of the city. And it was the same thing once Haru got aboard the rig. Once she saw what was going on with all the other earthbenders that were there, you knew the whole squad was going to find a way to make everything better for everyone, to free everyone. But with Aang's help, they fake Katara's earthbending, and shouts to Momo being the absolute goat of this show. Like, he was in there and they thought Momo was earthbending. I love that. It was completely silly, but it's so silly that it just works, you know? So Katara gets on the rig, and she finds Haru with Aang, Sokka, and Appa closely following behind them, and the plan was just to get Haru and then leave. But obviously, once Katara saw the state of what was going on, and she gave that epic speech to all the earthbenders, and this goes back to what I was saying earlier as well about Katara. Like, she's really impactful. Like, this is a 14-year-old girl just standing up in front of all these earthbenders and trying to inspire them, telling the story she heard about all the earthbenders, just how solid they were. Lots of metaphors and symbolism in there to do with like earth and rock and stone, which I think is a really nice touch. And to come from Katara as well, I think is really good for her character. I think this is the kind of person she's going to be, very inspirational towards not just Aang and our main characters, but all the people that she meets along the way. But Tyro and the other earthbenders, they've kind of resigned to the situation. Tyro, he is looking out for everyone there by saying, look, we're just going to wait it out, just see what happens. The warden is ruthless. If we step out of line, people die. And Tyro's not about that. So you can respect that. And given the circumstances that the earthbenders are in there, there's not really anything nothing they can do about it unless they could find a way themselves to access the coal, which Aang and Katara eventually helped them do. And initially I thought that, you know, because they're surrounded by water, maybe Katara was going to have a big impact with her waterbending about this, and she openly states that she's from a water tribe in her speech as well, which I thought was really funny, and no one draws attention to it, but we kind of know where Katara's waterbending is at this point. It's not really on that big of a scale. She just uses it for little things here and there, but she did have that one moment where she froze a bunch of the Fire Nation guys in episode 2 maybe, or 3 earlier on. But this was all about the Earthbenders, right? So once Katara gets Aang and Sokka on board with what she's trying to do, you know, they bring all the coal up, and once again we have another moment where it almost looks like the Earthbenders aren't going to do anything. And after the warden kind of has his little speech trying to put Katara down, saying that she's failed in her efforts to try and spur up the Earthbenders, and he goes to walk away, who is it that starts it up but Haru? And he's got this crazy look on his face. You know, he was the one back in the village saying that no one there, you know, had the guts to stand up to the Fire Nation, but this was his moment. He was ready, and then Tyro steps in to shield him, and then it's on from there. Some really cool shots of like tandem earthbending and tandem firebending, some good father-son moments with Tyro and Haru as well, and that final blast they kind of do together, kind of condensing a bunch of coal into this one big rock. Again, being really creative, even just using coal in general I think is super creative. But with the help of Aang and his little like air bending funnel he uses to shoot the coal out, they manage to defeat the Fire Nation guys. They drop them off the water. Tyro drops that hard line of, you know, I hear cowards float. And that's it. We did it. We escape on the Fire Nation ships and Appa, and now the proper connection is established, and we're making our presence felt, right, as Aang the Avatar and with Katara and Sokka as well. You know, we've just rescued all of these Earthbenders from the Fire Nation. You know, the Avatar is here with his squad. They're starting to do stuff. Tyro's out here now to go and take back their village. All the villages that the Fire Nation have taken from them, and he's not going to forget what Katara and Aang and that have done for them. That's real big time, alright? That's big time. And there is this little connection established between Haru and Katara as well. We'll see if that ever comes back, but for sure, we will be seeing these guys again. And then Katara realizes her necklace is gone. It fell off during the fight on the rig, and who picks it up but damn Zuko. He's got word of what's going on. He's the one that's turned up. I imagine he's going to notice that it's probably from a water tribe, and maybe he's going to understand that it's probably from Katara or Sokka, right? But that was cool. I did not expect Zuko just to pop up like this. It has been a few episodes since we've seen him, and I really like what they've done so far. The first few episodes were really deep in terms of setting up a lot of the plot and the characters. Now we've set up maybe a lot of other characters for the future, and we focused on all 3 of our main characters individually. Now maybe it's time to actually move on to the North Pole. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. And as always, please continue to leave comments and feedback down below. You know I always appreciate it, and we'll see you all in the next episode of Avatar.